So this is a tutorial of how to merge body parts together in Blender, of course. This is the second time I'm doing this because I forgot to hit record the first time, which is very fun. So I'm in a new project. I'm just gonna click A to select all, X and delete everything. Of course, import from a file here, import FBX. You can't just drag and drop it for some reason. And I have my file on my desktop here. It'll take a few seconds to load because my PC is slow. Any day now. Any day now. Eventually. Okay, here we go. So ignore the spaghetti monster we have at the moment. Um, it's just messed up rotation. To fix it, I'm gonna select the rig. Not the mesh itself, the rig, these bones. I'm gonna go up here to object mode, pose mode, and I'm gonna make sure it's all selected with A and click Alt R. And as you can see, that fixed the weird rotations. So I go back to object mode from the same place. I'm gonna delete this rig and the scale is gonna go bananas. I don't know how to not have that issue. I'm gonna delete this head first. I'm gonna, yeah, I should be good to delete it now. As I said first, X is delete. I'm gonna scale this head up a bit, or well, all of its components. Um, I'm gonna let me just click Alt A because I don't want the body with it. Okay, never mind, it chooses the body anyway. So I'll scale down the body first. I'm gonna select it with, so left click will select one thing. Then if I shift left click another thing, now they're both selected. Kind of like icons in Windows. And if I click G, I can move them around freely. And I'll also shift click these hands. And if I press S to scale them down, it's going to scale them down towards the origin point of these, or like between these two origin points. You see these two dots, and it's going towards it. This seems good enough. I'm gonna move it back to the center and hopefully find the head. If I click 5, it's gonna change the view and I can like zoom out further without everything disappearing. Okay, I'm gonna move this back to the center as much as I can and like get it closer to that head. Okay, so by the way, so number 1 is front view, number 3 is side view. Let me move it back to the center. And number 7 is top view. And control 1 is back view, control 3 is the view from the other side, and control 7 is bottom view. So that's a quick way to move and not have to worry about things too much. Okay, so now I want to rotate this. I'm gonna click 3, click R to rotate, and it's gonna go around the shared origin, which I'm gonna show how to change. And now I want to scale up this head. I really hate these collection things. I'm gonna try to delete some of them. If I click C, it's like a brush selection. And I can select a lot of these by just hovering over them. Okay, I'll move this head closer now and try to match it up somewhat. Scale it up. Of course, it's sharing the origin. And I think if I delete this, it's gonna get messed up. Yeah, I don't know where the hell. Oh, this is actually good. Let me move this over and scale it down. If I click if I click R, then you can type in the angle you want to rotate it at. I'm gonna go with -90. Just type that on your keyboard. Alright, so it's about the right scale. The neck will help us decide. And put this here. Alright, that seems about right, I would say. I'm gonna scale it up a bit. I'm gonna make the little neck a bit longer soon. Okay, let me see. Can I hide? No. Okay, so I see the issue Guppy was facing, and it's not that hard to fix. So if I click Tab to go to edit mode, and I'm gonna select just one of these dots with left click. Then I'm gonna click Control L, and here we go. I only selected the jacket because it's not connected with a face with any of these. Now, if I connect these with a face or a vertice or whatever, I'm going to select the same jacket, and it selected that too. So of course we don't want to do that. I'm going to undo it, select this jacket again, hide, and see what I can connect this to. All right. This could be a bit annoying, but nothing too crazy. This is an interesting way to model it, that's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna select the head and shift select this, and I'm gonna click tab. I might need to join them first, so Control J. This had a facial rig too. Whatever. So will this fix? No. Okay, I'll figure that out later. So now it's in the same object. I'm going to hide the head for now, and I'm going to start selecting vertices. So of course you don't have to select them one by one. If I select just one, then control select the next one, it'll find the shortest distance between these two dots and make a selection on them. Now, yeah, I'm gonna go all the way around until I get someone that works, okay, something that works about okay. No, Control Z, and just select them all the way around and try to connect that later. And now, this is modeled pretty poorly, so yeah, this is supposed to get selected too, but I guess it's infinitely scaled and not merged. That's not very performance efficient, so I'm going to select these. I can just drag like you would in Windows, and or actually select all, merge by distance. No, okay, that didn't do it. Okay, disregard what I said previously. I selected something incorrectly. Okay, so time to do this all over again. Select, then control select. Okay, I see what I did wrong. Yep, and just control select it all the way around until I reach the dot we started at. And if I select this, I think I'm going to X and faces. That'll remove these faces and replace them with a hole, of course. This is a really question. Why is this here? Yeah, I think I can just remove it and not have any issues. I will unhide everything and hide this jacket again. I'm going to alt click or double click if you have simulate 3-button mouse on or emulate. And I'm going to do the same on this one and select this. And because I deleted these faces, it's going to just quickly select them. And now there are cleaner ways to do this, but I'm gonna do it the guppy way. And so I'm going to click Control E, bridge edge loops, and it connected all the faces in between these. Now this is very messy and it kind of clipped through some faces, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be an issue here. Yep, it won't be. So, okay, I want to undo this for now because it's gonna save me some time. If I'm going to switch to this selection mode, it's hard to explain. And I'm going to Control E, mark seam before I connect them. And this way it's easier to UV unwrap. And Control E, mm, bridge edge loops, and it's connected them again. Now, if I select one of these vertices, I can add another seam, and I'm going to, of course, it's Control E to mark a seam, and there's a selection thing for it. I'm going to face selection mode, and I'm going to double click here or alt click, whatever you have it configured to. Um, okay, it won't do that, so I need to control select it all. That's fun. And I'm going to unwrap it so someone who's actually competent at texturing can fix that and it won't look all stretched and ugly. I'll undo this if you ask me to, but yeah. I'm going to unwrap, then kind of try to position it better. The whole texturing this whole thing will actually be quite a disaster because they're separate objects. I'll leave that for you to figure out. Okay, so in here I'm going to just scale it down and put it somewhere in a corner, and hopefully it won't interfere with anything. And yeah, I can't really do much without the texture. And it's connected somewhat okay. I'm going to right click and shade smooth. No, this is very ugly. Um, okay. This usually works fine. I'm going to scale it down a bit. And I'm going to... What am I going to? Okay, you sent me quite a tricky one, but this tutorial should still help. I think I know. I'm going to select all of these outer edges. I went into line only selection mode, whatever it's called. And I'm going to control click all these. And the same on here. Actually, no, not the same on there. Let me try it on this first. I'm going to control E, mark sharp. This is a tiny bit better. All right. What else can I do to make it look better? I guess this is good enough. There isn't really an easy way to fix that. If you want me to actually fix it, let me know, but this is the easy way. Let me now position these hands, shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to change the origin later, as see it rotates around this point, which it's not my fault, it's positioned like that, to say the least. Neither is it Blender's fault. Actually, I'll I'll teach you how to fix this issue now. So if I click Tab and Shift S, of course, I have it all selected with A. Then I click Shift S, and there is, I can either click number 2 or click right here, cursor to selected, and I'll find the origin point of these two objects. As you can see, it made a cursor in the center here. Now if I exit edit mode, I can right click, set origin to 3D coastal. Oh god, this is gonna be a very long and boring video. And now, anyway, now it rotates around the actual center of these, which is very cool. And we can move it much more freely now. Why is this whole thing rotated? I don't know. Now this is less of a skill thing and more of a patience thing. And yeah, I don't have a lot of that. Do I need to scale these up a bit? Oh, this is so bad. Oh, okay, I see. I'll try to make these somewhat straight. And now rotate this thing. Okay, I think I forgot to rotate the legs with this. This is a mess. Okay. Reason 458 to hate Unity and not hate Blender. Okay, this looks okay. Mizama can deal with that, to say the least. And I forgot to rotate the head. Or I didn't forget, but now I should, since it wasn't rotated that badly. Okay, it's actually connected now, so it's a pain to rotate. Okay, so what I'm going to do is control select these again, or actually these would be better. and I'm gonna press H to hide it, and now it'll treat it like they're not connected while they actually are. I'm going to select these things again, click Control L. It missed a few hairs, but that's not an issue. I'm gonna select one vertex of each. Okay, cool. Now I try to make this like kind of eyeball it to be straight. Not to OCD levels, but yeah. This is acceptable. Like, Mizamu can work with that at least. Um, he looks like he's leaning forwards a bit. Okay, now these stupid goggles. Uh, which I don't know how to fix these. It's gonna be a real pain. Why are these duplicated? I'll just assume it has to be like that and save myself the effort. Oh, this is gonna be kind of hidden behind the hair. Um, not really. Well, not my thing to figure out, is it? And I'll try to position them. Um, does he need them like positioned as if he's wearing them? I'm gonna have to ask him after. Okay, this all looks good. Now I'm going to select all with A, and I'm going to try to center it. Just eyeball it and you can zoom a bit to make it better, to make him like kind of stand on this green line. Rotate him a bit. Make sure he's not leaning. Yep. This all looks okay from the back. Let me try to center him on this axis. Um, if you click G, you can click X, Y, or Z to kind of snap the axis, and it's easier to move things like this. Okay, now with everything selected, I'm going to Control A, all transforms, and that didn't apply all transforms, or did it? Okay, did not, but that's okay. It applied most of the transforms. Well, the ones we need at least. Okay, I have to select them all one at a time for that. The goggles can stay as are because I'm assuming he's gonna use them or like move them. And yeah, that's about it. Let me just fix the hands a bit again. And I'm going to connect them to the body because it's easier for Mizama to work with that, I believe. Um, and if you don't like them being connected, you can do the same thing we did with the jacket, Control L, and then we click P and selection, and it's not the same object again. So I'm gonna join them back. And this looks okay. I'm gonna stop recording, try to tweak a few things, and ask Guppy what he thinks. Hope you'll learn a thing or two. This is gonna be a very long and boring tutorial, but have a great day.